All right. We'll get to the people here. And again, if you're going, well, why are we doing this? Guys, I don't make the news. I just report it. The fact that it's not Harbaugh's agent, it's Jim Harbaugh. Oh, wait, he is his own agent. Having a direct conversation with David Tepper, the owner of the Panthers, which is in the days leading to Black Monday. I'll tell you exactly what that deal was. Are you interested in this job? Because I'm going to put a bullet in Steve Wilkes. Oh, it wasn't an interview. It doesn't need to be. Because you know what David Tepper is? He's a star bleeper. See, David Tepper knows he owns a team in a market that nobody cares about. Nobody cares about Charlotte, North Carolina in the NFL. But if you hire Jim Harbaugh, the Panthers will become one of the epicenters of football. They will be covered like none other. And David Tepper, that turns him on. David Tepper knows, I have got to get a quarterback here. Wait for it. Harbaugh had great success with Alex Smith and great success with Kaepernick. It makes sense, guys. But my point is, if I'm a Michigan fan, the blood's not even dry from the TCU game. And the guy who swore, I'm done with the NFL stuff, I'm here, I'm happy, it's home. Now this dude's having direct phone calls with owners? I would just say, You know what? No. You do whatever you want, bro. I don't care anymore.
No, I think then that's the problem. He's his own agent. If your agent is out there, you could easily just say, hey, guys, he's doing his job. He's looking for the best opportunities for me. But you're taking the calls, Jim. You could put this to bed. I want to be here. I don't want to be here. You came out. It's like a heavyweight boxer saying, I'm retired, but no, I'm not retired. But, yeah, I am retired again, but now I'm back.
He's basically Manny Pacquiao.
Yeah.
Who apparently now is going to be having an exhibition fight in, like, Malaysia at some point in 2023.
Yeah.
No way.
Manny Pacquiao's Rico's age. It's not far off.
Young man.
Okay, let's go to Mean Dean is back. First time in the new year, Dean is here.
Hey, how's it going, guys? Happy New Year.
What's
Happy
up,
New
Dino?
Year.
Any Michigan fan that's not saying, please, somebody in the NFL, take Jim Harbaugh, if they're not saying that, they're a loser. Because what has he done in 5 years? How many years have I been asking for him to leave, Mike? Before Rico existed with you?
Several. Several.
Leave. All he is overrated mediocrity because of what is on his shirt, not because of who he is. He is mediocre dog crap. He is a polished turd, and whether it's shiny or not, it's still turd. Get rid of him, please. Because if he doesn't leave, he's never going to fire, and I'll never actively watch Michigan football. I haven't done it in 15 years. I don't need it. But I got interested because he was in the game he should be in. Please win them now. Win them now. Just showing up is not anything. Winning them is the goal. I don't remember if it was you. I forgot what show it was. I think it was you on Monday.
Okay.
Said that what did you say? He's basically Bo. He's Bo.
Yeah.
He's overrated, mediocre, and everyone loves him for
all right,
it.
here's the one thing I would tell you. You could say overrated if you like. I am mad at it, Dean. But what you can't say mediocre. All right, mediocre is if you got a 500 record. The guy wins double-digit games every year. The guy's won back-to-back Big Ten titles. The guy has beaten Ohio State back-to-back years, gotten to the playoff. It's not mediocre. Now, if you think he's overrated and you want to play the he can't win the big one card, I get it. I mean, he's lost 6 straight bowls. All right, then some people will tell you, well, only 2 of those bowls really mattered. And then we get into an argument I'm not interested in having. The point I'm saying is you don't have to love him. You don't have to love your coach to love your team. But I would be very careful pushing him out the door based upon you got it working. And Rico has highlighted this all year. And I was stubborn at the start, but Rico is very persuasive. They have the ability maybe to run this back.
They do.
And it doesn't mean they're going to win what you want them to win, but
They'll win the Big Ten. Ohio State's going to break in a new QB.
Who?
I don't know.
That was a trick question. It doesn't even matter. Yeah. They just produce robots who throw for 4,000 yards. But I'm just making a point. Be careful. Be careful because your school is its own worst enemy when hiring coaches. Because it's a cult.
Because it has to be a certain guy, certain criteria. They need to fit this. They need to do that. Did they once shake Bo's hand? And if the answer to that last question is no, we're not interested. And we'll never win them over.
Let's go to Drew, 97.1. What's up, Drew?
Think about this, Mike.
Yeah, buddy.
What if Lamar Jackson becomes available and Jim Harbaugh takes that job in Carolina? Does that not make them a dangerous team?
Well, they're already dangerous based on a good young core specific to the defense. Now, Drew, here's the problem. Lamar won't become available. They will franchise him, or he's going to sign a deal. And if you trade for him, Drew, you know what you have to give up. I mean, it's chaos. But I get your point.
It's impossible.
Yeah, I get your point totally.
Could you see that scenario, though? At some point?
I think Carolina makes a lot of sense because here's the other thing you need. You need an owner that's enamored with headlines, stars, and is willing to pay. See, that's the thing. Like, a lot of owners have money, but they're not going to pay. They don't want their coach making, let's say, $15 million a year. They don't want their coach to have a pipeline to them directly. You know, Harbaugh's a different guy.
What would you pay Jim Harbaugh to be your head coach for the Carolina Panthers?
If I'm David Tepper?
It's got to be more than what he's making at Michigan. So you're probably looking at about, somewhere between
12
10
million?
to 12 million.
Let me offer this to you, and please do not take this as a shot. It's not. If I'm David Tepper, I'm not hiring a 60-year-old to be my head coach. Well, that's age discrimination. Well, no, it's not. I'd rather go hire Ben Johnson. 36, offensive-minded, analytics-driven, and I'm going to go with the flow. I saw the Vikings said no to Harbaugh and said yes to a 36-year-old failed backup QB in Kevin O'Connell. It's worked. Mm-hmm. But to answer your point, Drew, you pay what it takes. You know the devil you're getting in bed with when you talk to Jim Harbaugh about your job. It's going to take premium money.
I think another conversation that you have is he burns himself out in 4 years. Like, he's done that pretty much everywhere outside of Michigan. I understand that, but in 4 years, people get tired of him.
It was no different here.
Took a little longer.
Yeah, here people were tired of him after 4 years, and certainly 5. And
I think about year 7. That last year was the make or break year.
Sure.
I think Michigan fans were ready to say leave or win us a title. Well, you won them a title.
I was pretty done at 0-4 against OSU, but I'll leave it to Michigan fans. The point is, Drew, look, I can't tell you whether anyone in the league's going to want him, but you're sitting here taking these phone calls when you said you weren't going to do it. As a fan, I would just be like, do whatever you want to do. I don't care anymore. I've told you, unless there's news, we're not talking about it. Now, today at 1:57, this breaks that he had a direct conversation with David Tepper. What do you want me to do? Not talk about it? That's crazy. I have to.
Yeah, look, go wherever you want to do, Jim Harbaugh, but this whole thing about the 4-year window where he wears things out, wouldn't that be more attractive to David Tepper? In my mind, David Tepper wants to win now.
Yeah.
So give him the 4-year window and say, come on. And then if you want to leave, leave.
He's going to have to go get his quarterback.
But David Tepper's willing to do it, right?
You know what sucks, by the way? Not that we need to turn it into that show, but it's another minority candidate getting screwed. All Steve Wilkes did was walk into a situation where they traded the all-pro running back face of the franchise. They traded their second-best wide receiver. They cut the quarterback. And then the owner comes out the first week and goes, well, unless he does something spectacular, no, Steve won't be under consideration for the job. Steve Wilkes had the Panthers in a winner-take-all against the Bucs.
They were there in the first half? I thought they had it.
My point is, all Steve Wilkes did was win and get them to play hard and do everything he was asked to do. And he's not even done coaching his last game, and David Tepper is doing direct phone calls with people to replace him.
It's what happens when it's your team, Mike. You can hire whoever you want.
It just sucks because Wilkes got screwed in Arizona as a one-and-done head coach.
Yep.
And he's getting boned again.
And you know he's not going to get an interview. Well, he may get an interview for the minority part of it.
Yeah, to satisfy the Rooney Rule.